I have a couple criticisms of the media coverage surrounding the Icelandic circumcision ban. This is not really a problem on the intactivist end, although I believe there are some things we can try to do about it. My central problem is that the conversation in these articles, they will talk about things. They will interview the doctors. They'll interview the Icelandic doctors. And what you will hear about is possible risk. It's unnecessary risk of pain, bleeding, and infection. Even from the Icelandic doctors. What I want, what I'm not seeing, and it's kind of infuriating, but what I want to see is them to admit that 100% of circumcisions result in the deliberate iatrogenic ischemic necrosis death of part of the penis. Okay, this is 100% inherent iatrogenic harm. This is being deliberately inflicted. That it is in fact harmful in 100% of cases. That circumcision is inherently harmful. I'd really like to see some of that. I mean, I don't doubt that the Icelandic doctors, if they were pitched this in the proper way, that they would probably seize upon it completely. I mean, I don't know about the reporting in the articles itself, but if they went to quote them, we'd have it in there. The articles like to equivocate. I don't know if we're going to get them to admit it, but my plan is to lobby the doctors. I mean, the doctors are named in some of these articles, and the Icelandic Medical Association. But I'd like to lobby them, contact them. I'd like to contact some of these newspaper articles and point out, like, no. This is not simply about risks or being unnecessary. There is deliberate harm being done in 100% of the cases. In 100% of the cases, part of an infant's penis is dying, is being cut off and dies. Can you get that straight? Can you put that in the article? That's my main beef. I mean, the importance of it is the same. It's just that the main problem to me is the fact that they aren't fundamentally acknowledging it to be inherently harmful. And if you can't do that, then the calculus of everything else, it's just, it's lower. The ante is lower. You gotta up the ante. You gotta bring it up a notch. Make the stakes bigger. If you can't acknowledge the harm, the stakes are low. Up the stakes. My other problem is that they sometimes sort of do, but it's sort of being approached tangentially. And that is the issue of male consent. Male consent matters, okay? Informed consent is a fundamental principle of medical ethics. Consent over genital mutilation. We're being lectured. I mean, we're being female consent matters. If a female has a right to a whole body, her consent matters. You can't even prick her clitoral hood or remove her clitoral hood, which is the literal analog, without her consent, or do anything to her labia. Men and boys are being lectured about female consent nonstop, about catcalling, about whistling, dog whistling and catcalling, and sexual assault, and even rape. And genital mutilation is objectively worse than rape, as has been talked about previously in a great video by Male Sentient Void. I recommend you go watch that. I may talk about that as well. And this also intersects with the Me Too movement, which we need to capitalize on. But again, that's a topic of another video. But just male consent matters. Like, you can't cut off parts of babies' penises without their consent. That's fucking insane. Again, main issue with the fact that they're not talking about the inherent harm. Another important issue is talking about male consent. The inherent harm is easy to slip in because the people that need to be talking about that really should be talking about that. The consent issue is sort of being approached tangentially, but we need to make it concrete. We need to really reaffirm the importance of male consent. So, yeah, I want to do this by lobbying specifically the doctors over there, but also the newspapers to a degree. So tell me what you think. Tell me in the comments. Take care.